I should quit bodybuilding. This sport is not for me. This is a hard thing to talk about. Whoa, just take a little sippy here. We have a new coach.
It doesn't matter how many times you fall down in this life. It just matters if you're willing to get up again and again and again. And don't stop! Don't ever stop until you win!
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have had a fantastic break from me because I have been on a mini hiatus, I guess. If you are new here, hello, my name is Sammy. I am an NPC wellness competitor and I just competed about 2 weeks ago, a little bit over, in my first and last show of the 2024 season. I am officially nationally qualified, baby. Feels so fucking good. Oh my god, it feels so good. I haven't been vlogging these last 2 weeks because we've had some major changes happen over the course of the beginning of peak week to now, and I wanted to talk about it because it needs to be talked about for my sake, because as you guys know, I vlog for the first purpose of me to go back and watch these vlogs and see how far I've come, where I started, and just kind of re-enjoy the moments that I've shared online. And I love sharing my life online, at least parts of it. I think it's fun, and it's like my own version of a home video, so that's why I do it. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, that's fine, because it's for me anyway, so whatever. So if you've gathered the title of this video and the beginning portions of this video, we have also changed our intro. We have made quite a few changes internally and externally in this sport. Big question being, am I going to continue bodybuilding? Am I going to stop? Have I quit bodybuilding completely? Or have things just shifted? If you guys know, I have been competing in bodybuilding for 3 years, and I've done wellness for 2 years. Next year will be my 3rd year in wellness, so 2 years nationally qualified now, which is pretty amazing. I'm very grateful, very thankful. I just want to also take a second to thank the production company for putting on another amazing show, Spectrum, and I had a great time. I think the show was very well put together and I'm very happy with my placing. I feel like I worked my ass off for it and it showed for me. So if you haven't seen my stage shots, here they are, some of them. I also have a stage video, which I will probably put at the end of this vlog or video so that you guys can see the amazing Pro Studio did an amazing job with my video. I will always buy a video from now on because I just love it. I got the video from the Tahoe show last year, which I fucking loved, and I got the video for this year. I also ended up buying my pictures, so. Whoa, just take a little sippy here because this is going to get emotional. Try not to cry. Those of you that have competed know that peak week is a very structured, very, like, the work is done in peak week. Ideally, the work is done. You've put in your time, you've done the work, now it's time to just tie it all together. This year for peak week, it was a little different for me. I felt a little bit more stressed out than I normally would, and it just seemed that things weren't going as planned or as I had been used to planning on peak weeks. I'm like trying to form words, but this is hard. This is a hard thing to talk about. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm just gonna say it. We have a new coach. First of all, as of the last 2 weeks, we have officially gotten a new coach. My previous coach, as you guys know her from my previous vlogs, Fit Junkie, is no longer coaching bodybuilding. I made this decision to part ways with her coaching towards the middle of peak week, which was tough. We had a very heart-to-heart conversation, and she has discovered herself in this last year. A lot has happened this year that was tough to go through for anybody. She has found a new career path and she is just taken off with it. She's found a new path for herself and she is succeeding in that path, and she needs to dedicate that to herself. We made this call middle of peak week probably, which is partially why I was so stressed out, because you know, you don't want shit to unravel on that time. Anytime you don't want it to happen. But yeah, middle of peak week, we had a heart-to-heart conversation and kind of set the grounds that this would be my last show with her. And it was. And now I have a new coach and I'm really excited. I'm working with C-Blum, Team C-Blum, not to be confused with C-Bum, but C-Blum. And so far, my reverse, you guys, I have to tell you, my reverse has been the easiest thing I have ever gone through. Not strayed once. I am only 7 pounds up in 2 weeks from show day. And I think the last couple shows, I've probably gained 10 or more pounds in reverse. And it was hard, like mentally it was hard to see that weight come back so ferociously. But this reverse diet, this plan that I'm on now, this new coach, this new routine, new programming, just new ways of doing things was such a nice fresh start for me. And coming right out of a show and diving into a new coach was very hard. It was hard to, it's like starting a new relationship with somebody, and that's what it is. Like, I have grown to know my previous coach. We have developed a family-like friendship together. So it was very hard to make that decision to part ways with her coaching, but she had other obligations and priorities that she really needed to focus on and thrive with and take and run with. And I feel like it was the right call to do that for her, especially with everything that she went through this year. And you know, as a result, it ripple affected to everything else. As you guys know, shit happens and you just gotta move forward. You just gotta move forward, move on, and do things for yourself. Even if that means that you're being selfish, you gotta fucking do it. You gotta do it, I'm telling you that now. We are with a new coach now, and I am very excited and very grateful to have this opportunity to work with a new coach and to have this new perspective on the sport itself, and to be able to feel comfortable with my body. Even though I'm not technically in off season yet, I already feel comfortable in my skin, which I haven't felt comfortable in my skin in reverses in the past, just because it's hard to come from a show to then see that weight come back. Not the same weight, but you know what I mean? Just like see weight come back, not be stage lean forever. It's not healthy. You're not stage lean forever, you should not be. That is not healthy, don't do that. I am planning on taking a pretty long off season with this new coach because we feel that I can make the most progress if I grow. Now that I'm nationally qualified, I will be up against the most beastly women that you will ever see, aside from the Olympia and the pro stage. Oh my God, these nationally qualified women are not messing around. And the physique that I brought to the Central California Championships, I was thicker. I had more body fat on me, I had more water weight, I was not as lean as I had been in the past. I know that. I know that my feedback was going to be to develop more glutes, overall size, and to come in tighter. So I feel I'm on board with that. I can do that, but I definitely don't feel, I know a lot of people say, once you're nationally qualified, just step on that national stage. Just get that over with. Just see what the national stage is like. No, honey, I am not gonna put this physique on a national stage, because I know that will be putting me in a very uncomfortable position, because I know I will not hold a candle to these girls. They are so incredibly built, so incredibly sculpted. Sorry, my dishwasher is having its own main character moment behind you. So if you can hear that, I apologize. I wanted to get this filmed today because it's been too long since I've sat down in front of the camera. With that being said, we are taking a long off season and we are projecting to compete sometime next year late, but who knows? We'll see what my physique starts looking like within the next few months. It's only been 2 weeks that I've been with this new coach and I'm already loving how I feel, what I see. I'm loving it. Even though the weight is coming back, it doesn't feel as heavy as before, if that makes sense. Maybe it's because reverse has become easier for me as the years have gone by. Maybe I'm just more mentally stable with it. But I also have a new coach, and I have this newfound fire with this new coach and a new confidence level. And I feel like I've been, you know, like scooped up by the perfect person. And I'm like, I'll say it 1,000 times over. I am so grateful that he wanted to work with me and that he was up for working with me. He has such an incredible roster of athletes. One of them being Christina, who I have gotten to know pretty well over the last, I would say, month or so. She's just an incredible human being. She has made such an incredible transformation herself and got her pro card. I'm just so grateful. I'm very grateful that my body is capable of doing these things. I'm grateful of the opportunity that I have to do this sport. Grateful for the memories and the experiences that I picked up along the way in this sport and the people that I've met. It's just, this sport has just brought so many things together. And Spectrum actually invited me to talk on their live stream on Instagram, post-show, talk with the champs. It was a lot of fun. I can also share that interview with you. I want to put it somewhere. I might just upload it to YouTube as just the only video. It was the interview with Spectrum. It was cool to talk about it. I got to hear 2 other champs talk on the live stream as well. And I got to talk to Noelle, and she's just incredible. She asked me all these questions about my experience as a bodybuilder, how I got started, what I do as a career. I'm a full-time healthcare worker. I work in the ER at my local hospital. I'm a mom. And it just put everything to light that we all live these lives outside of bodybuilding, but we still make it happen. We still make health our priority. And I just think it's so cool to meet like-minded people like that. And we're all so just similar in so many ways and so different in so many ways. I was so honored that she asked me. I was like, me? You want me to talk? Oh, what? It was so cool. It was so cool. And I'll cherish that moment forever. So thank you, Spectrum, for having me on your site, your live stream. It was such a cool experience. I'll remember it forever. There's just a lot of things that I'm grateful for. And I know that separating from an old coach is like breaking up with someone, and it was tough. And I hated every second of it, trust me. And it continues to show me just growth. Inner growth, outer growth, and there's so much more potential in this sport than I could ever have dreamed. And I'm so excited to see where I'll be at in a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now. I'm just so ready. I'm so ready for this journey to take off and be in a different direction and a different path, and I'm just very excited. And I don't want to keep rambling about this, but I know that it's been kind of filtering around social media. My former coach made a post saying that she was stepping down from coaching. I've gotten a lot of messages from people asking me, oh my God, did you hear that she stepped down? Like, yep, nope, we made this decision before she made her post. So yeah, I'm very much aware. I wanted to make sure that after we had chatted during peak week that I had quickly made a decision for myself on how I was going to proceed, because what I didn't want to happen was me step out of show day and have no coach, no plan, no direction, and just screw myself in a reverse, because that is the most crucial part of coming out of a show day is your reverse, how you handle that. Your body is in such a depleted state that it will grab onto literally anything that you put in it. So me having a plan to follow up on show day was my top priority. So not only was I going through my peak week, I was also trying to go through separating with my old coach, and then I was trying to go through finding a new coach, and it was just such a whirlwind that I was not 1000% confident stepping on stage for that show. I knew I had more water weight on me. I had a lot more skin on me. I wasn't pulled together how I knew I could be. I knew that I could have come on that stage a lot better, and that's okay. I can't go back and fix that. I can't, I can't go back in time and adjust anything. I just know that I have an extreme amount of potential that I just haven't been able to unlock yet. This last off season, I thought that I had done leaps and bounds above my last show, and what really broke my heart, and this is what started this conversation with my coach during peak week, was that I just could not see the difference of myself last show and this last peak week. I was putting side-by-side photos of myself. I was like, this can't be true. Like, I don't see any progress. Like, I pushed so hard in my off season. I did everything. I checked all the boxes. Like, I did what I was given, and I just didn't see any progress, and it absolutely shattered me to pieces. And I was like, I should quit bodybuilding. This sport is not for me. And that was my mentality, and I was just so broken down because I was so excited to step on stage and appear different and feel different and look different and be confident and be a wellness competitor. And at that time, I just didn't, it wasn't there. I was so broken down at that point. So not only was that confidence lacking, but then switching coaches, having the conversation with my old coach, trying to find a new coach, trying to prepare for show day, trying to travel to Fresno for show day. It was just, it was so much. And it was the most stressful peak week I had ever had. Out of all the peak weeks I had done, I would never wish that on any competitor ever, but it's okay. We made it through. We are set up with a new coach. He's absolutely incredible. We have this whole like app that we use. The organization and like the boxes that I check off every day, my training days are different from my off days. Like, there's so many more intricate things that I just have never thought about in this sport, and it's so cool to see it from a fresh set of eyes, and I'm just so pumped. I'm so pumped. I don't know what you guys want to see as far as this off season. I don't know if you're even interested in this journey anymore, but I am 1000% in it still, and this sport is my forever, for sure, forever. And I'm so pumped to have this opportunity to work with somebody that is so well-rounded in this sport and has so many pros in his like roster. It's incredible. I'm so grateful. If you guys want to see off-season stuff, if you want to see stuff like that, please let me know. I have so much to say. I have so many feelings, and it's all so great and overwhelming, and I'm still trying to process it all. And I'm so sorry it took me 2 freaking weeks to come up with this video, but it was just hard to want to talk about, you know, separating from a coach and finding a new coach. It's a big deal for competitors to do that, because I started with her 3 years ago. We started this journey, and I've come this far, and then to have to find somebody new, it was a big step for me. It was a breakup. I'm still mourning it, and it's, you know, a lot has happened between then and now, and it's still very fresh, and it still hurts. I'm still going through it, but it's okay. We're all gonna come out better people. I'm 1000% sure of that. I'm definitely growing internally and externally, I hope, and I'm excited to take you guys along with the journey if you want to join me with it. So tell me what you want to see. Do you want to see recipes? Do you want to see gym sessions? Like, I really want to get into cinematographic? Cinematography? I want to get better at filming in the gym. I want to get a better camera. I want to get cool cinema shots with dark, deep, broody lighting and just be like super influencer-esque, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I want to do that. Fuck. Also, can we talk about the suit? Salela slayed that suit. I'm really pissed that I'm only going to wear it once this year, but that suit was amazing. Red is my color. For sure, I'm gonna stick with that color. They slayed it. If you ever are looking for any competition essentials, please, for the love of God, go with Salela. Not only does it support me as their athlete, but they are an up-and-coming brand that is just leaps and bounds above so many other people out there who are just in it for the money. They're in it for the athlete. They're in it for the shows. They're in it for the passion behind the sport. They're in it for all the right reasons, not just to get your credit card information, because I've had phone calls with specific suit companies where I just wanted to talk to them, and every other sentence that they said was,
"Oh my God, babe, okay, so like what's your credit card information so I'll just put it down for you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to put down my credit card. I just wanted to ask you about the process of making a suit." "Oh no, absolutely, girly. Like, babe, what's your credit card number? And I'll just write it down real quick." I'm like,
no, that's not what I'm calling about. If you're looking for a good experience with a suit company and you want somebody that will take care of your suit how you would take care of a suit, go with Salela. Code Cookie Sam will save you money, and they're reliable. They are responsive, and they are so funny on their social medias. I love them. And they also have this new feature, DM them if you're interested, you can do a virtual suit try on. So if you're confused or debating or having difficulties picking a suit color, they got you. They fucking got you, man. They can show you what you would look like in a suit color before you actually make the purchase. And that is so important because the suit color is pretty much the frame of everything that you've put together. So I'm gonna stop rambling. A lot of new things, a lot of new exciting things. I also have a fixation on cream of rice. Elevate specifically. I finally tried it and I see the hype. I get it. My waffles in the morning, always Elevate cookie butter cream of rice. You can't change my mind. It's so freaking good. Does not bloat me, does not feel heavy. It's got flavor, but it doesn't upset my stomach. Immaculate. Hopefully one day I'll be sponsored by them because that would be such a dream. Oh my God, in dark sport. Oh, I'm manifesting sponsorships like that because hear me out, companies. If you want to sponsor an underdog like me, who is a ride or die for the companies that will give her a chance, honestly, I'm kind of a catch. Like, no, really. I mean, it'd be a dream. It really would. I'm gonna try to work my ass off for myself, and if I get picked up along the way by somebody, that's amazing. I'd rather you pick me for who I am and not because I beg for it. Please, for the love of God. Totally kidding. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and if you want to come along with this journey, I will be happy to have you. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you don't want to see. Tell me about your day. Drop a secret code. SODA. Drop the code SODA in the comments if you've made it this far. Not many people watch my vlogs anymore because it's not motorcycle related, but that's okay. One day we'll pick up on the bodybuilding community and we'll start making real waves, making it supportive, positive, making people encourage others, lift people up, don't drag them down. This sport has seemed to turn so toxic and it doesn't need to be that way. We're all in this sport for the same reason, to better ourselves and to make a rocking body. Come on, there doesn't need to be hate. There's no room for hate if you're doing this sport right. There's no room for hate unless it's like self-hate and you're trying to defeat body dysmorphia, which is a real. There's no room for hate in this sport. Support people, love people. We're all in this for the same reason. We're fighting ourselves. There's no room to fight other people. Keep it positive, keep it awesome, keep the gains. I love you so much. So, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for being here. Love you.
Thank you, Sammy Johnson.